As you can see, once again, it's your boy G here with the Waratah Rap round 14 scores. And you know I like to keep things funky, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit and start this week off with the Division I Youth Men's, brought to you by BNSW Campus. So let's jump right into it. The Central Coast Crusaders have held their own at home on Saturday, defeating the North Bears by 14 points. The Triple C started off strong, scoring 21 points compared to the North's 14, allowing the home side to win 3 out of 4 quarters. My boy Mac Daddy for the Bears was top scorer in that game with 21 points. In a country affair, the Maitland Mustangs were able to defeat the Mossville Magic by 31 points. The Mustangs had 5 players in double figures, and Thibor Francis and Daniel Milburn teaming up for 45 points. While out in Blacktown, the Storm wreaked havoc over the Comets, getting an upset win over their opponents. The Comets getting off to a strong start, but the Storm were able to claw back and get in the game, scoring 56 points in the second half to steal the victory. Meanwhile, in remaining matches, Newcastle and Manly were able to get the victory at home, with Sutherland sealing the roadie. Crossing over to Division II Youth Men, and in a one-point thriller, the Hills Hornets were able to not only seal the victory, but also slide into the top spot on the competition ladder. The Hornets had 4 players in double figures, but top point scorer went to my man Dimitri Giorgio Popoulos with 18 points. On Sunday, the Hills had to back it up for a weekend double, which they were able to also get the W against the Penrith Panthers. While up north, the Central Coast Waves were able to flex their muscles, defeating the St. George Saints at home. The Waves putting in a huge team effort with 5 players hitting double figures as they chased to retain the top spot on the competition ladder. The rest of the weekend saw the Sydney Uni Lions defeat Springwood in a huge victory, with Manly also getting the win at home. In Division I Youth Women's, the Central Coast Crusaders were able to do what the championship men's couldn't in defeating the Bears. Miss Shakira Riley having a standing out game, scoring 19 points in her team's victory. In Bankstown's doubleheader, the Bruins had no luck in sealing a victory over the weekend, going down to Manly on Saturday and Sutherland on Sunday. Madison Bennett for the Bruins was standout on Sunday, scoring 23 points, but only to be outdone by her Sutherland opponent, Madeline Norris, who dropped 35 points. In remaining matches, Newcastle, Hills, and Penrith were all able to get the home win victories. In Division I Men's, the competition leaders have been able to hold strong, with the top 2 sides all receiving the 2 points with the dash to Terrigal closing in. The Canberra Gunners are still leading the pack after the win over the Dubbo Rams, followed by Newcastle, who were able to defeat the Waves at home. The Bruins were able to seal a victory at home over the weekend after defeating the Sutherland Sharks. The Bruins trailed in the first quarter, but were able to fight back to win the following 2 quarters, which allowed them to get the W. Now let's check out the Wagga Wagga Heat, who were able to make an easy work of the Yowies on Saturday, with Gage Day almost scoring as many points as the Queen Bean side made, which included his 7 threes. While in Port Macquarie's doubleheader weekend, they were able to get 1 from 2, going down to the Triple C on Saturday. But they were able to bounce back on Sunday, defeating the Coffs Harbour Suns. In remaining matches, the Jets, Hills, St. George were all able to get home victories, with the Coffs Harbour picking up the roadie. Moving over to the ladies, and the Wagga Wagga Blaze are holding strong in the top spot after a close win over the Shoalhaven Tigers at home. Some huge individual efforts in this one, but none bigger than Sadia Doyle scoring 26 points for the Blaze. The Maitland Mustangs are back to their winning ways after defeating the Tamworth Thunderbolts at home, while Coffs Harbour and Bathurst were also able to get the road wins. Hitting with the bat, point at him, crossing over to the championship round. Let's jump right into the big leagues. I'm going to start off with the championship women's. You know where it's at. Let me get you these scores. In the championship women, the Newcastle Hunters are the only side in the whole competition who are undefeated. Over the weekend, they exceeded their streak to a perfect 11 from 11 after defeating the second-place Hornsby Spiders. Shannon Novosel and Abby Ebzeri both putting up big numbers in their side's victory. In a shocking loss, the Sydney Comets went down to the Hills Hornets on the road, allowing the home side to notch up their first victory for the 2016 season. In a tight affair, Hills were only able to seal the victory in the fourth quarter after a 26-point effort. Emma Claus, Belinda Sutter, and Jamie Cohan all putting in top-notch performances on the floor for their side. While in the Bruins double, they weren't able to grab a win over this weekend, going down to both Manly Sea Eagles on the road and Sutherland Sharks at home. Now over to the big dogs, Men's Championship League. In a close one in Bankstown Stadium, the Sutherland Sharks were able to just snatch the victory over the Bruins in the buzzer-beater thriller. In a battle of Jason Cadee versus Isaac Turner, the boys gave it everything they had, but Turner was top dog at the end of the night, scoring 35 points, shooting 7 from 12 from the three-point line. While Cadee and Markovich combined for an impressive 58 of Bankstown's 83 points. Although the Bruins boys lost on Sunday, flipping back to Saturday, they were able to pick up the 2 points in the weekend double, defeating the Sea Eagles on the road. Now it's time for, the Bears, who are back to their winning ways after defeating the Central Coast Crusaders on the road. Jeremy Kobe Bryant, heel, made up for his absence in the side's last meeting, scoring 37 points with 11 rebounds, making easy work of Callum Jenkins' 14 points. Jez was out there cooking, Chef Curry style. The Sydney Comets made light work of the Hills Hornets, defeating them on the road. The Comets now placed in second after this weekend's efforts and proving that they deserve to go back to the finals. In remaining matches, Illawarra and Newcastle were able to pick up the wins at home over the weekend. Now it's that time for the MVPOnline.com.au Player of the Week. So let me give you this week's nominees. Let's get after it. For the guys in the championship men, we can't go past Sutherland Sharks' Isaac Turner, scoring 35 points in an incredible match against the Bruins. And for the youth divisions, on 20 points, Daniel Milburn for the Maitland Mustangs. Now the ladies in Division I women. From the Wagga Wagga Blaze, Sadie Doyle with 26 points. And in the youth division, Shakira Riley for the Triple C with her 19 points. Now make sure you get your vote in for who you think deserves to win. With only 5 rounds left, there isn't much time to make your vote count. Thanks to your votes, the winners from round 13 are Clay Martin from the Sydney Comets, and for the ladies, Gabby Turnbull from the Sutherland Sharks. Well, they giving me the sign to wrap it up. That's my time for the show. So here it is. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of quote this week. You earn the trophies at practice. You just pick them up at the tournaments. I probably said it wrong, but you know me. I do what I do. It's G. This is the Waratah League Rap. I holla at you.